Welcome to Dropping In, a podcast of storytelling and interviews with your host, Winter Olympian Mercedes Nickel.
Thank you so much for dropping in on episode 29. We have looked into a lot of people's packs this series, from professional snowboarders to professional skiers, photographers, filmers, backcountry guides, and more. I'm very excited to find out what is in our next guest pack. So let me introduce episode 29's guest that we will be dropping in with. She competed for Great Britain at 2 Winter Olympic Games. She's a snowboarder. In 2013, she became the first woman to land a backflip in competition, and then went on to do the first cab double 900. She is freshly retired from competitive snowboarding. She's a broadcaster and a qualified yogi. She's no stranger to Korea, having competed there in 2018 at the Winter Games in South Korea. And then she ran her first marathon in North Korea. Don't worry, we'll get more into that later. This daughter, sister, friend, Olympian yogi, broadcaster, all-round athlete might have more energy than me. Let's find out what's in Aimee Fuller's pack. Okay, Aimee Fuller, are you ready to drop in?
I have never been more ready to drop in, Mercedes Nickel.
Number 1 on rapid fire. How are you feeling about your recent retirement?
Honestly, I feel a bit relieved and also kind of excited because it's the start of a new chapter. You know, I've been snowboarding for a very long time and I'm looking forward to going up into the mountains and enjoying it and not having to put a bib on. No pressures to drop in -40 in Quebec. You know, that's a good feeling. that's the real truth.
Yes, it is. Now you just get to soul board every day like I do. It's amazing.
The dream.
And number 2, you went to school in Hollywood. True or false?
I did go to school. It's very true. I went to school in Hollywood for 2 years. Fact, it's spelt Holywood, pronounced Hollywood, and I went to the same school as Rory McIlroy in Northern Ireland.
So not the real Hollywood, but a different Hollywood.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. It's a small town, good people, good vibes. It's for sure home.
Love it. Number 3, would you rather be at home or on the road?
Ooh, tough question. I think I've spent so much of my life on the road, well, the last sort of 12 years. So the last year, it's definitely been more still. And I've really enjoyed the stability and being able to have a routine. And it's kind of been nice, but I'm getting itchy feet now.
Yeah, I think everyone is. Thank you, COVID. Number 4, you're the second snowboarder that I know has visited North Korea. Austin Smith wrote an article about snowboarding there, but you weren't snowboarding there. You were doing your first ever full marathon. How dare I say half? Full marathon. What was the biggest takeaway there, and would you ever go back?
Biggest takeaway was sport and the power it has to bring people together. Like, North Korea really is a very unique and different country, and I really found that sport was like the common language that allowed us to connect with the people of North Korea. In terms of going back, I don't think I'd rush back unless I was given the opportunity to go and help support and give back to a community there. I wouldn't go for tourism.
Yeah, cool. What a wild place to go. What an opportunity too. If you're listening, do watch that Vice video. There's like a shorter one and then like a 40-minute episode. Very, very interesting and cool. Highly recommend it. Number 5. And then number 5, you do a lot of sports. I'm going to make you choose one of the 2 here. Would you rather bike or run if you are at home just trying to be active?
If I was just chilling at home and I was on my own, I'd probably go for a run. It's like a little less faff, and I could just get kicked on and go. There's a lot of freedom with running, and I think that's why I'm attracted to it. But if I was going with a friend, I'd probably get on the bike because it's a great way of chatting and you can go for ages.
I do have a question. Do you ever bike in the country in England? Because the roads there are so small. I would be worried about the fast zooming cars.
So right. Occasionally, if we do like events or we go on big rides, we will. Because I live in London, you end up in the country, and the roads are so skinny, and literally it's just like hedges and cows and cows. And you know what? It's a little bit scary, but you can hear because it's so quiet. You can hear if a car's coming.
Right.
So I think you're just gonna be like super alert and like pull in, like really pull in if you hear a car coming.
Yeah, wild, so wild. My parents are both English, so I spend a lot of time over there. We were almost teammates, actually. I almost switched over a couple times to the UK.
We could have done with a half pipe rider.
I know, but then the games ended up being in Canada in 2010, and I was like, oh, that would be weird to go for the UK. Anyways, number 6, you went to Mount Hood. I have a question. Did you go to High Cascade?
Yeah, a High Cascade 2007, I think it was July, changed my life.
I know.
I literally wouldn't be chatting to you now for sure if it wasn't for me going there. Crazy.
Yeah, that was like the heyday. I might have been coaching down there at the time. That was like,
no way.
Yeah, that was my summertime job, I guess. But I also just was there to ride half pipe so that I could. Best place ever. Loved it. And
honestly, I would love to go back there. Like, to me, I've just got the best memories from that week, and I've never ridden there since. Which is crazy. Yeah, because I was like a kid on the camp, and Erin Comstock, big shout out. That woman changed my life for sure.
Yes, so cool. That's where a lot of riders actually got their start. Like all the diggers are now, like, you talk, just all the boys in snowboarding dug out the half pipe there, and like it's such an amazing stomping ground. It has changed a little bit now though, because the two camps have joined together, which is pretty wild. All right, number 7. You've been a guest on Questions of Sport, and you named a lot of athletes. And it was funny. I watched part of it, and I think Jamie Anderson was one of them, and then Spencer O'Brien was one too.
Yeah.
Are you just a sports fan and you know everyone, or what's going on?
So I like sport. I do like sport, and I think with where I want to go next in broadcast, you just got to have your eyes across the map, right? And I don't know, the questions that came up, I knew the answers, and I don't know how, but I mean, from tennis to obviously the snowboarding, there were 2 snowboarding ones, and it was relatively easy to get those right, because it's my sport. But yeah, I was shocked, honestly, and it went really well, and some positive stuff has come off the back of that, which is amazing. I think it's a real testament to just if you do get the opportunity to do these shows, to just go on and be yourself.
Totally. I mean, you have the best personality for it. It's awesome, and people love to see your face. So it's great.
Oh, nice.
I know. I'm gonna add in an extra rapid fire in here after this. Number 8, backflip or 360?
I mean, backflips are just so much easier. I don't even care if the snowboard industry want to give me some abuse. There is no better feeling than doing a laid out backy. It's just feels good. All right, the back 3 or any front 3 might be more technical, and front 3 when you get it right and you get the stale grab and the tweak, and it comes down nice on your toes, it's a good feeling. But backflip is a crowd pleaser, and that's my personality. Just Roll with the good vibes, right?
I love it. So good. So good. Number 9, you are English, darling. Have you met any of the royal family?
Uh, yeah, I have actually. I've not met the Queen, but like you see where that picture is behind me?
Yeah.
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 I've literally got a photo of me with the Queen like there, and I'm like, and then I've met like Camilla and Charles. I've been to and after the Olympics, you get invited to the Queen's garden party, which is pretty cool. So,
Oh,
if you like Victoria sponge cake and scones and a cup of tea, it's definitely the place to go.
nice. That's awesome. I know every country has their own different thing that the Olympians do after the games. We now go to the parliament and get to like go into the Senate and everything, which is really cool. I'm sure
Oh,
it changes all the
cool.
time, but yeah, it's such an honor to be part of that.
It is. It is. It's special.
Okay, here's the random one that I wanted to follow up that I'm adding in there. Would
Yeah.
you ever go on Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, so we call that Strictly Come Dancing. Um, honestly, Mercedes, I'm so bad at dancing. Like, literally, my nan takes the piss out of how bad I am at dancing. She's like, you literally have two left feet. I did gymnastics for 2 years, 10 to 12, and some reason I ended up part of the display team. So you tumble and you dance.
Yeah.
And my nan used to say, just like, you were just so out of time. And my nan is my biggest supporter, but I honestly think, like, through all the support my family give me, I think they'd love it, but I would be an embarrassment. Why not? Why
I
not?
will watch. I will somehow stream it into Canada and watch. I love it. Okay, last question. You're doing a thing on your Instagram TV, Lockdown
Yeah,
Lowdown. Do you have
yeah.
a favorite moment from that so far?
Tell you a funny moment probably was when Sky Brown showed me some of her workout tips, and she literally got her skateboard and just like went back into a bridge, a wheel,
Oh, but geez.
and yeah, like with her hands on the trucks with the skateboard. And I tried, and it just really, really didn't go well. So we spent about 10 minutes with her trying to teach me to do that, and that was pretty special. Like she is amazing, and a pioneer of the young up and coming female skaters. So that was pretty ace and just fun. And then probably learning to floss with Tom Daly, who, if you're British, most British people would know of him, and he's an icon and a fantastic ambassador for UK sport.
Amazing. I'm just like, wait, Sky's like 13 or 14?
Yeah, I mean, you should have seen me, Mercedes. It was a disaster, honestly. I was like rolling
I'm,
around on the floor.
I'm gonna go watch it on your Instagram TV. That's hilarious. I just like a 14-year-old is just so much more bendy than like me. I'm 37. I don't even know that I would attempt it. I've had broken so many ribs they probably re-break.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was my problem.
I love it. Okay. Thank you so much for doing the rapid fire. Now we're going to get into what we're here for and find out what is in your pack. I know you do a plethora of sports, as I said earlier. So it's really your choice if you want to go into like deep dive what your competition pack used to be, or what you take biking, or what you take running, or what you take traveling. It's up to you which pack you want to choose.
You know what? I'm gonna go can I go with like a general travel suitcase?
Yeah. I like that.
Cool. I feel like your general travel suitcase is, you've got to get it right. But the problem is, more often than not, is you always pack too much and you just don't need the stuff. So I think it's really about stripping it down. You need 2 sports bras, but they have to be your favourite. Often I end up bringing 5, and I'll wear the same one for a week and just wash it in the sink. So sports bras, they've got to be good. They've got to be supportive.
Wait, is this your your carry-on travel bag or like your big travel bag?
Oh, sorry, big travel bag. Is that too much?
No, I can't wait. We've never gone this big. Bring it.
But I'm doing the stripped down professional packing. This is what I'm going for. You want travel shampoo and conditioner, because more often than not, wherever you're going to turn up, they may or may not have the conditioner or shampoo. But what you don't want is to bring, a big bottle and then you've got to lug it there, and then you get there and they're giving it to you for free. So always err on the side of caution. Sun cream, essential, especially for the face if you're in the mountains. At least 5 pairs of knickers, because anything can happen and you can wash them depending on how long you stay. 1 pair of jeans. You don't need more than 1 pair of jeans. 2 pairs of sweats, a hoodie, couple vest tops, and then couple long sleeve tops that can be altered for whatever. So if you're in the mountains, you're going for a run, I could pretty much wear this top to dinner, but I could also wear it running. So I think clothes that are hybrid. Snack wise, if we're going athlete vibes, always a bit of porridge, because depending where you are in the world, if you're in China, you can't generally get porridge, just in case you're going to China. A bit of porridge, coffee, and a couple of tins of tuna, and you'll be gold. And hair straighteners.
And a hair straightener. I know. I was like, how do you keep your hair? So I would bring my hair straightener with me everywhere and never use it, because I was like, I don't want to blow this up. I would be the person to blow it up. So my hair just was bad all the time, but whatever.
I've not blown a pair up yet, but I mean, there's still.
I know, but you have the UK kind, so you're fine over there.
True.
It's different being Canadian. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Okay, so something I do on here is I do a quick roundup of what we've discussed in our short time together. You prefer backflips because they're a crowd pleaser. Yeah. You might not be able to do a bridge while holding a skateboard, but a 14-year-old that is an amazing skateboarder definitely can. They are a lot more bendy. I do appreciate I would normally pack 5 sports bras as well. But 2 is the right answer. And 1 pair of pants. A lot of people make that mistake. I'm bringing so many pairs of pants. You don't need them. But you did put in there 2 pairs of sweatpants. Are we talking tight sweatpants or baggy sweatpants?
Shall I show you?
Yeah.
Look, so these are hybrid.
Okay.
Yeah. They're stretchy, so I could travel in them, but they're sort of slick, so they don't look too trampy. So they're a good hybrid, and then
with a cinch at the ankle. Yeah, they're not really sweatpants; they're more like khaki stretchy pants.
Yeah, but they sort of are. And then a pair of like traditional jogging bottoms.
Okay, that you see guys wearing, and you're like, I don't know that you should be wearing those out in public.
I mean, I would.
No, but when guys do, you're like, I can see everything, man. Everything.
Yeah.
I am a lover of the snacks, and I appreciate that you bring porridge with you. I used to do that as well. And then I started bringing those kids food smoothies in the pouches. Do you know those?
Oh, yeah. God, that's desperate.
No, but they're so good. It's you don't have to make your own smoothie. They've made it for you. Coffee. Are you a coffee lover?
Yeah, true. I am. Yeah. I actually have my own coffee brand called Fuller Beans, and I've got a full scent blend.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, basically through the years of traveling and being so reliant on awful coffee, I was like, I need to do something about this, and at least, if nothing else, provide myself access to all the coffee I want. So that was a primary reason.
Oh my gosh, Aimee Fuller, thank you so much. Can you let the listeners know that you're up to this season? Where can they find you?
Yeah, 100%. You can find me on the gram, and it's AIMEE_Fuller. Got quite a few things. Oh, you lost me there, didn't you?
Got you.
You can find me on Instagram, Aimee, AIMEE_Fuller. And yeah, I've got a few things up my sleeve. A little bit of snowboarding on the cards in the next few weeks. Fingers crossed, all being well with all things COVID. And then, yeah, I've got some other stuff up my sleeve. So just going to watch the space.
Yes. Okay, well, we will be following you on Instagram to see what's going on. And as I said earlier, check out her Instagram TV for the lockdown lowdown. Is that what it is?
Yeah, the lockdown lowdown.
For a little...
If you want any inspiration on how to stay on track throughout the madness, I've spoken to about 30 athletes in the UK for their insights, and you'll be glad to know they're just the same as the rest of us. They all make banana bread and they love a routine. Yes.
Aimee Fuller, thank you so much for dropping in with me today.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for dropping in. You can find all the dropping in episodes on the Dean Blundell Network or on your preferred podcast network, where you can subscribe and not miss an episode.